is the morning of Friday the whatever. And yes, I cut all my hair off. You'll see it look pretty later. And I'm leaving for Chicago today for the Printers Row Lit Fest, and I am getting ready to leave. Actually, I'm getting ready. I leave in like 2 hours for Chicago, and I got my coffee going. I have all my stuff packed. The car is full of books and merch and things like that. And the sinuses are sinusing. I am allergic to my pets, by the way, which is really fun. After I got COVID the 3rd time, I developed an allergy to my pets, which was really, really cool. And tissues for all my issues. My entertainment bag, my laptop, because I've hit a really good stride with rewriting Act 2 of Project Wings. And today I have nothing to do but check into the hotel at 3:30, depending on when I get there. So, yeah.
Are you sad that Mama's going? Look at that belly. Yeah. Are you sad that I'm gonna be gone for like 2.5 days? As long as she gets kissies, right?
I am showered and in my hotel, and I forgot how nice Hilton's are because I haven't traveled in a minute, and I usually always stay at a Hilton. I didn't know this one was as nice as it was, so I'm getting used to that. And it's only like 3:45. Food's gonna be here anytime. I'm also gonna do a bunch of writing today, and I didn't finish it yesterday. This chunk that I started, it's a ball. I love writing balls. I got to the part where they're getting ready to leave for it, and I gotta describe their outfits. Oh my god. And I was like, I need hours to just giggle and kick my feet, and like, what better way to do that than on a really nice mattress. But yeah, like, it's really nice in here. I always make sure I get a room with an office, because I am the type that I go and I work, and I always like, when I go travel for events, I like to leave like a day early if I can, so I can just sit and write. So I always like to have a desk. The bathroom's just a nice standard fancy bathroom, and I got the king. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for my food, and then I'm just gonna have fun and like be a human and being author for a little bit. I got cake. It's tiramisu. And then I got a blood orange ginger beer. That was nice of them to bring. And then I had this salad, which sounded really good, but looking at it, we're gonna see. And then I got my tea. And then the sandwich I ate was really good. It was like a bunch of veggies with like roasted zucchini and stuff on sun-dried tomato bread. I'm just working. Big scene, I just like reline edited. And they're getting ready to walk into the ball. Like, they're in the carriage right now, heading to the ball. And then I get to write it. And yeah, so then they're gonna dance at the ball. And then commit crimes. Because they're there to commit crimes. Okay, it's been 3 hours, and I got just under 2,900 words written, with some editing done in a prior chapter as well. And I'm gonna now relax. I just realized the camera was like up here. I'm not refilming that. It's almost 8 o'clock. I think I'm gonna also finally eat this salad. I have eaten some of this tiramisu. I did remember like halfway through that tiramisu has coffee in it. I'm also, yeah, so we'll see how much sleep. Tomorrow is day 1 of the big days. I'm so excited. This is gonna be so great and so fun. My back is already killing me. So I parked in a parking garage, like a hop, skip, and a jump that way, like 2 blocks. That parking garage is not wheelchair accessible or any differently able body accessible, which shocked me a lot. Because it also wasn't advertised, because I always do that whenever I go to events, is get the accessible one, because I have a cart. So I took the elevator down a floor, had to unload my cart, to go up 2 steps, to go down 2 steps, to go outside. I start walking down the sidewalk and then a garbage truck sees me but then keeps backing in. And so then I have to somehow get onto the road, dump all my books everywhere. So I have to discount a couple of them. And then I was embarrassed. And then I kept walking and then I hit some sort of hole or curb because I was trying to get around another garbage truck. And then I was right in front of a parking garage's wall of fans and a skirt. And then the cart falls again because it gets stuck on this big chunk of sidewalk because I'm too busy trying to not get my Marilyn Monroe it. Yeah, I was really, really pissed off this morning. But it's going good. I sold a book, like, it's only 9:30 and it starts at 10. I sold a book at like 9 and talked to a couple of other authors already. Everybody's very sweet. I brought everything with me today. And then back there is not alcohol, but more books. The weather is perfect. I'm actually a tiny bit chilly, which will be good because whenever I get really nervous and my SSRIs kick in, I get really hot. I feel a tiny bit silly, but it kind of, I don't care at this point too. I'm the author of the series. I also designed all those stickers and those bookmarks. Yes, that one. There was that viral TikTok sound that was like, I like them big. And I was like, I literally grabbed my books and I made a video and I posted it and it got like 12 views and I was like, I don't care. I was like, that was peak comedy. Books 1 and 2 of a 5-book series. It's about an empire that's built on lies that's destined to burn. We start off with a tyrannical fascist government that was not inspired by America at all. Nope, I was not angry. 2020. And we find out immediately that like the church and the state have made up these entire lies as a means of oppression and control, saying, well, God said this, God said that, and now it's law. The first book is mainly about understanding people's places in the war and revolution. And then book 2 is like, okay, the regime is starting to be torn down. And it's called A Darker Path to Justice because they're going down this dark path. And these characters are having to ask these questions of like, am I willing to do that very bad thing? Yeah. So there's these characters that are like, how far down this path can I go before I'm just as bad as them? And does that even fucking matter at this point? So each book has its own theme that it uncovers, and that's book 2. And then book 3 is like, okay, the revolution's really kicked off. And now we're like, wait, do we just replace the crown with somebody else wearing a crown? Like, oh wait, that's not right. And now we just like kind of won this battle. Like, what do we do now? And it's told through the voices of BIPOC, queer, and femme individuals.
Like that you go past the breakdown into the reading.
Yes,
a lot of the books just stop at the breakdown, and then you're like, okay, but what happened?
Yeah, what do you do? And like that's just I hired an all-woman team to do the art, all the art behind it. So my editor is a black woman, my cartographer is a woman, the book designer was a woman as well, and all the artists I'm hiring to do character art are all queer, non-binary, or women. Just because I think the girls get it.
They really do.
And it's also on Kindle and it's on Barnes & Noble and everything like that too. So. Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Enjoy the festival.
There is a squirrel in this tree that has been dropping nuts all over the ground, and he is stressing me out. Oh, thank God. Maybe he's leaving. But he was like right above my head, and I thought he was gonna fall on me, and it was very scary.
How many books is it? 2, 3?
So this is book 1 and that's book 2, and it's gonna be a 5-book series. I just started plotting out book 3 officially, and I'm working on a prequel series that can like be read separately that does have the dragons in it in that one. The dragons are not alive in this book series. I'm sorry. I do, and it should be on the back of there. Yeah. And I'm also on like TikTok and YouTube. Mostly TikTok and YouTube because Instagram so confuses me to this day.
Come on, Amy. Come on, Amy. It's yours. A family. Where else is that? Got all my sisters with me? We are family. Get up, everybody. Sing. Hey, with our new addition, little Miss Sophia in the background. Look at her. Isn't she beautiful, y'all? All right, come on, let's go down there. All right, go down, do your thing, girl. Do your thing.
Super minor update. While I have like one lull in traffic, it's almost the end of the day.
I've sold so many books, and even if I hadn't, like the conversations I've had with people have been so amazing. My water spilt like on my way here, so I only had like half of this, so nobody's allowed to yell at me for being dehydrated, and so my throat's a little dry, and I'm gonna have to like drink a bunch of water tonight. I think I finally like figured out the real good pitch for my book after like seeing people who I don't know's faces react to certain things. I finally figured out like the really good pitch. It was funny that I had somebody who came up to the table, I was talking to somebody else, he seemed interested, and then I mentioned fascism and that the book takes down a fascist tyrannical regime, and he just like whipped around so fast and walked away, and I was like, well, you would have one-starred the book anyway. But it's been really amazing. Over here is so nice. I got information for some book bloggers that want authors to interview. I've theoretically sold a ton of Kindle editions because my books are on Kindle for like $4 or $5, and I mean that still counts. I just want people to read the book. So I was very excited that a lot of people were like, wait, you said it's on Kindle, I can actually afford that. And I'm like, yeah, like whatever you want to do. So I'm very excited, very happy. 1 hour left. This event is going so well. But all I can think about is the hand-tossed pizza at the restaurant across the street. I have an hour until I can go eat it. It's gonna be so good. It's 7:30. That was a huff from eating too much pizza. I came back from the hotel after the event, showered real quick, changed into something else, and then went and got pizza and fries and a mocktail that you saw. That was a fish bowl. And now I'm back. I'm so tired. I was gonna write and stuff. I'm not gonna push myself and make myself because it's just gonna be shit. So I'm just gonna relax and do nothing. As for how the day went, oh my God. This is a good pace. Holy shit. I'm pretty sure I made goal. I wanted to sell 5 books an hour. I'm pretty sure I made that. I did do like the super nice thing, which didn't get me sales. And I did convince some people not to get my book because they were telling me what they like to read. And I was like, it's not for you. Because I'd rather do that than have somebody waste their money on a book they don't like and also then negatively review it. It was really, really good. I really had fun. Tomorrow's 10 to 6 again. But I don't have to be up early because the table's still set up. It's just like under security and stuff. I think I'm going to sleep so good tonight. Okay, bye. Day 2 is about to start. Like every festival, you have to just roll with the punches and change things. So I changed that layout just a smidge. I pulled the stickers back towards me, and then I piled a ton more books on the table because I recognized with this festival, people didn't care as much about my decorations and how pretty the table was. They just wanted to see all of the covers. So that's what I decided to do. But I did keep the map because that's brought in like 99% of my people is seeing the map and then seeing the sign. So yeah. The government's here spying on us. Don't think I don't know who you really are. Pigeons aren't real. I'm the author, so feel free to ask any questions. This is book 1, and that's book 2 of my political fantasy series about an empire that's built on lies, that's destined to burn, and the revolution that happens as a result of its lies being found out.
That's so cool.
Thank you.
That's so cool that you're like the author and you're here. That's awesome.
This is the second leg of my book tour. So book 2 just came out in April, so I've been on tour all year.
Okay.
So the first chunk was like indie bookstores and going to all of them, and then now it's fall and all the festivals are happening. So, but yeah, but it's been very, very busy. Like it's been constant. Yeah, lots and lots of foot traffic today. So this one is the first one. You're welcome.
You created this map?
Yeah, I created that. My cartographer hand drew it. So, yeah. So I spent 3 years writing the first book and 700 years of history with it. 3 religions and all that.
The next.
Yes. Yeah.
The next.
It's the next. It better be the
It is
next.
the now. It's the
yes,
now.
it's the now.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
What in the fantasy world, like, what I guess I was gonna say, do people have powers, or is it what kind of fantasy is it?
So it's there is a little bit of magic, but magic is actually illegal, and people were made to believe it doesn't actually exist, and it was a lie. I will confirm there's only talks of magic in this one, and then there's a little bit of it in that one.
Nice.
I'm working on some duology prequels that take place 700 years before this that have a ton of magic and dragons in it. So.
This is incredible that this is all coming from you.
Yeah, it helps that I had a really traumatic childhood to escape and autism, so.
That makes sense. I mean,
It
to
does.
create
I
such a
mean,
world, you
yeah.
know. And yeah, that's powerful.
Thank you.
I love that because when your empire is built on lies, is
Destined to burn.
that's such a great line.
You would think that hating fascism would be more widely like a thing, but apparently we just like call it Republican. I don't know. I had so much fun making those bookmarks.
That's a good one.
Yeah, my cartographer hand drew that.
That's nuts.
Like, she is amazing.
That's incredible.
Yeah, all these little trees, and then she like digitized it and scanned it in. So she did so amazing.
Literary maps.
I love that. Yeah, I have this big in my office, but my cartographer hand drew that, and she did so good. And I think I have to give her a commission on the books I sold today, because I think the last 50 pages is an appendix of the history, the world building, the classes, the 3 religions I wrote, and everything. So it's very much like if you really love that epic world building of fantasy, like definitely for you. So, thank you. Right up your alley. Yes. And the hardcovers do have a second cover underneath, so you don't have to read with the sleeve on. That was a requirement from all of my book reading friends. They said if you're going to publish a book, please give it a secondary cover. Cash card, Venmo, PayPal, whatever you want, I can take it. I just don't have a tapper. I do, yeah. If you want, my social media is on that. I should be able to break that for you. And you also get a free bookmark, too. We're just going to do 10, 15 so you don't have to deal with pennies. So if you do love it and want the next ones, they are widely available through all major booksellers. I just ask that you try to support your indie bookstore first for it. Did you want a bag for it?
I'm okay.
You're okay? Awesome. But thank you so much for stopping by.
I heard you talking about it.
Yes, okay,
I made it
awesome.
all the way down, and then I was like, I'm still kind of thinking about it. So I
Yay!
came back.
It works. My rambling. I knew if I just keep yapping, it eventually works on people.
It does. It really
Yes. Well, I yap nonstop in that book, so.
If I fall in love with the first one, is it going to be hard to find the second
No.
one?
So it is widely distributed. You can get it on all major booksellers and through like Amazon and Barnes & Noble and all that.
Okay.
So. And you can also, if you buy it through me on my website, I ship it, and then I send you a bunch of stickers.
Okay, good
So,
to know. I
awesome.
try not to buy things through Amazon when I can.
Yes, I will say as an author, they are doing more crappy things that are making it harder for us to make money off
Exactly.
of it. So besides the fact that they are trying to kill indie bookstores, I say please don't do it unless you really need to.
Yep. No, I feel that.
And then just pick whichever one you want. They're all pre-signed. I can individualize it if you want, and then there's your free bookmark. So,
Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Thank you so much. Did you want a bag?
No, I'm okay.
Okay,
I
I
got
got
it.
you.
Thank
No worries. Tell people like what I love so much about fantasy and sci-fi is it takes social justice issues and so just social issues, and it's like, what if we just completely flip it in the opposite direction? Like my favorite episode of Star Trek was where they did gender conversion therapy, but on people who decided they were a gender instead of being non-binary. And it's like, yeah, isn't that ridiculous?
Right.
So why are we, and then it's like, hello. So I did capitalism and classism, but it was all based upon your worth in this society, and the world was based on your astrological sign. Because isn't it really dumb to put somebody in a box based upon when and how they were born and what they were born as?
Absolutely.
Yeah, pretty stupid, right? And I'm like, I was like, I'm gonna make this so simplistic for anybody reading this. And then it's like, now put this in real world and see how capitalism, white supremacy, and patriarchy do that to anybody who's not a straight cis man, and also still harms straight cis men. And that was like the basis of that, is like trying to like have people understand that, and how religion plays a huge part in that too.
Oh yeah. And I feel like
It is interesting how you can really explore that stuff in fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, so we all agree.
Right?
We all agree when it's in the fantasy world.
Yeah.
But in our society, I don't know.
And I will say, like, as somebody who's like massively pro-Palestine, like, wait, didn't you all just read a book that was like anti-genocide, and now you're like, it's complicated?
Yeah.
They made it complicated to confuse us.
Yeah. So
when I had a lot of people that came up, and like the first question was, is this a romance? And I was like, no, and it's actually a political fantasy. And they went, oh, thank God. And I was like, oh, I thought this was going to go the opposite way.
Bry's having such a moment right now.
And I love it, but I agree with what a lot of people have been saying this weekend was they've been so burned by romantasy disguised as a fantasy, where they're like, oh, I wanted to actually talk about the politics and the war of this, and instead I'm focused on you guys having sex in a tent in a war camp, which like pop off, good for you. I get it where you can get it, but and as somebody who's also writing a romance and stuff too as a side project, I totally understand where people get that branding of they're like, no, like these are two separate things.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, no, I agree. I'm really curious about how the bubble's gonna burst on romantasy and what that's gonna look like. And I hope it works out best for those who deserve the best of it. Oh my God, I eat that shit up. Arranged marriages of convenience, forced proximity. I'm like, yes, give that to me, please. Like, oh my God, they hate each other, but they're forced to be married. Yes.
I forgot to tell you guys, but I sold out of all my paperbacks at like 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish, which is huge because that's a lot of books, number one. And I have like maybe a case of hardbacks left. But this is the first festival I've been to where people prefer paperbacks over hardcovers, so that's just noted for the future to bring way more paperbacks than I did. But yeah, I have basically everything on the table. That's what's left. Plus I have a case of books that lost the fight with the sidewalk yesterday when I dropped everything on the ground. So, but yeah, I have like a case of books left. And that's a wrap. I thought this was gonna end up on a happy note with me being like, that's a wrap, and there's a reason I'm out of breath and I look like I'm in a lot of pain, because I am. The damn cursed parking garage I parked in, so there was a big bump on the sidewalk and I didn't even have that many. I had like two or three boxes left on my cart, and this bump, I couldn't get over it. No cart could. There were other people with carts that their carts fell too. Mine fell and I was like, oh shit, no big deal, like nothing broke. Everything just slid down. I go to pick it up. The toe, as I'm turning it, pushes against my bad knee and pushes my kneecap out. And I fell to the ground and almost vomited everywhere. Like 5 people ran to me to help me, which it was so nice. I really want to cry. It really hurts. I literally feel like my knee got ripped out of place. Now I get to sit in a car and let my knee swell for like 3 to 4 hours. So I'm home and I'm in bed with elevated knee. I'm gonna try to sleep it off, okay? It was a great weekend. I'm very tired. I think I sold almost 90 books. My goal was 80 to 85, and so I think I sold between 85 and 90. I know I sold at least my goal. Sold a handful of bookmarks and stickers. A lot of people really love my new bookmarks, so I'm gonna make some more next year. It was a really great weekend. I'm very excited. I'm very tired, and I'm very irritated because I busted my knee walking to my car. And so we're just gonna cross our fingers, but I'm definitely doing Printers Row Lit Fest again next year. Bye!